Next week's Multiversus update is going to be the biggest one that we've ever seen in the game, according to Tony, the main director of Multiversus. So Joe Vargas on Twitter asked if we will be seeing the item shop or anything like that added to Multiversus anytime soon, and Tony simply replied with, "Hi, the team is working to get guilds and the store, but it is still a little bit out. Our main focus is still core system, stability, and bug fixes. The patch next week will be one of our biggest ones yet, which adds a lot of cool things. We're getting closer every day." Now the closer every day means we're getting either closer to the update or the actual item shop. Now I want to simply talk about the biggest one yet with the coolest things that Tony has said, because if we take a quick look at the season 1 roadmap, we can see quite a few things that we still haven't had in the game, and that is because back when they first released this roadmap, or what like the snapshot is going to be, they said that don't expect everything to release straight off the bat. So the first one I'm going to look at is new characters, and one character that we know is already fully playtested and is already in the game because we've seen so much gameplay just a few weeks ago, and that is Rick himself. Now Rick is around 85% most likely going to be coming out next week with the patch. And the reason I say 85 is because in the past, leakers said that we will be receiving new characters every 2 weeks, and considering the fact we've seen Morty just last week, and as of the time that this video is going up, it has been a week, it makes the most sense for him to finally release, considering the fact we still have 2 other characters, that being Black Adam and Stripe, to come out, which will most likely happen during September. And then in October, from the characters that we know that are leaked are Beetlejuice and Wicked Witch. We are most likely going to be receiving Rick anytime soon over the next 2 or at least a week. Now if you don't know, Rick has been leaked for quite some time because we just know his playstyle. He's going to be using his portal, he has a Mr. Meeseeks box, animation is Mr. Meeseeks. There's just so much different things that we know about Rick, and we also know his outfit. Here they are on your screen. Obviously we have the normal basic. On top of that, we're going to be seeing Pickle Rick, a SEAL Team Rick, and also like a Armored Rick. I don't know the exact names, but one of these outfits, that being the armored one, is actually in the battle pass, or at least was when it was originally leaked, which would be the first time we've ever seen a character have that in their battle pass. So there's a very small chance that that is actually true. Anyway, moving on, we also have the classic arcade mode on the season 1 snapshot. Now I'm not entirely sure what the classic arcade mode is, but I'm going to take a wild guess, and that it is everyone against each other. Now we already have a free-for-all mode inside of the game, so I'm not entirely sure, unless classic mode just means that it's going to be a bit different from the normal playstyle we have on Multiversus. Couldn't find a very great explanation of what this is going to be, so if you know, be sure to comment down below, as I'd really like to understand this more. On top of this, the other huge thing that we have on here is the new ranked mode, and that is probably one of the most interesting ones to me, because personally I'm not a very competitive player, but whenever I play Multiversus, it would definitely be nice to have more of a meaning to winning, not just getting gold or your battle pass progression, but just having the satisfaction of moving up the ranks in ranked mode. And this will also allow for more competitive gameplay and just different styles. Now I know every single game nowadays has ranked mode, and I don't really play much of it, but fighting games just kind of feel like it's specifically built for at least being extremely competitive, since you know you're either playing solo, where you're playing against another player, or you're playing duos against 2 other players. I hope they add like 3v3 and 4v4 someday. Fingers crossed that happens, but we're still bit far away from that if we still have no guilds, whatever that is. Again, if you know what that is, comment down below, or any item shop. Now on top of this, the other stuff that I think could mean by just a lot of cool things is maybe new variants are going to be getting added. Obviously they're going to be purchasable, not for free, because I doubt they're going to do that. Maybe we're going to be seeing more challenges, and maybe a map that hasn't been leaked yet. They kind of forgot about maps. We've seen the Rick and Morty one most recently, and then they kind of ignored the whole idea of maps being added, which is a bit unfortunate, but I would really love to see one. And the actual Rick and Morty map was added with you having to get 10 million ring outs, which was such a huge goal that was reached in literally like 2 hours, which was insane, or I think even less than 2 hours. So fingers crossed we get more of these kind of challenges. The game started off like, oh my god, yes, there's content every single week, and then it slowed down when season 1 was delayed, but now we're here, we're getting content every week. We got Morty, we got season 1, and now this week is a bit more quiet, but next week we're getting a huge patch note, which is just gonna fix characters, fix bugs and stuff like that. But bugs as in like issues, not Bugs Bunny. Probably Bugs Bunny as well. I think he's gonna get like a nerf or maybe a buff. Either one. Either way, looking forward to that one. Rick, fingers crossed, comes out, but if not, it's definitely classic arcade mode or new ranked mode. I will see you guys in the next one.